Hi. Hi, do you know Parker Osmond?
No, I don't.
All right! NastyNathanial out here in the city of Arroyo Grande, California. And right now I'm going to be conducting a First Amendment audit of the Arroyo Valley Crematory, also known as Lady Family Mortuary. Going to make sure that our friends at this local mortuary respect and honor my constitutionally protected right to record what I can see from a public space. So let's go over there and shake them up. So yeah, folks, this is it. This is the Arroyo Valley Crematory, or Lady Family Mortuary. I guess maybe the crematory and the business, or the funeral home itself, are two separate businesses. I'm not too sure. There's a very specific reason why I chose to come and audit this location, and it has to do with the fact that in addition to being a First Amendment auditor, I also report on the Church of Scientology. Most of you that have been following my stuff for a while probably are aware of that. And this location actually ties in with the Church of Scientology, as this was where Scientology founder L Ron Hubbard was cremated. He was actually cremated here, and if you look on his death certificate, it lists Arroyo Valley Crematory in Arroyo Grande, which is this place right here. And I looked it up, I looked up the address, and it came back to this location. And I was like, that's Lady Family Mortuary. That's what I mean, I guess maybe the crematory and the funeral home somehow, maybe they're separate businesses. I'm not sure. Maybe if somebody comes out, we can ask them. But right now, I'm going to do this audit and see if they respect my constitutional right to record in public. So, Lafayette Ronald Hubbard was born March 13th, 1911 in Nebraska. And as I previously mentioned, he would go on to found, can't even talk right, too many margaritas. Anyways, he would go on to find the Church of Scientology. And but prior to that, he wrote a best-selling book that was published in 1950 called Dianetics, the Modern Science of Mental Health. And, you know, it sold really well. It was a bestseller, and, you know, he made some money off of that, but it proved to be a passing fad. And they say, you know, after about a year, he was broke. So he, it is said that people who, you know, were around him at the time, that he made a famous statement saying, well, the only real way to make any money in this country is to start a religion. And he ended up starting the Church of Scientology. So, you know, it started out, he was originally trying to sell his ideas as like a science, but when that didn't work out, or at least didn't work out in the long term, he started the Church of Scientology. And he lived the last few years of his life up at a ranch in Creston, which is located in the northern part of San Luis Obispo County, which is where we are. This is the city of Arroyo Grande, which is San Luis Obispo County. But there's a ranch up there, which is actually technically operated by CST, which is a offshoot of the Church of Scientology. CST stands for Church of Spiritual Technology, and their mission is to preserve the writings of L Ron Hubbard. But he lived in a trailer on the property up there until he passed away on January 24th, 1986. So L Ron Hubbard, founder of the Church of Scientology, spent his final years in SLO County. Hey. But when L Ron Hubbard, or simply LRH, as sometimes the Scientologists themselves will refer to him as, So I guess we'll just say LRH, it's easier. When LRH passed away, the Church of Scientology wanted to do everything really quickly. You know, they wanted to, you know, hurry up and cremate him. They didn't want an autopsy. They just wanted to, you know, make it a very quick, done deal. Similar thing when Liberace passed away in 1987. Same kind of thing. Liberace, his management and stuff, didn't want the public to know that he had actually died from complications of AIDS. So they did a, you know, they transported his body to Forest Lawn in Los Angeles. But the Riverside County coroner really pushed for an autopsy, so they were able to, you know, send his body back to Riverside County, and then they did the autopsy and determined that he had died from complications of stemming from AIDS. But this isn't about Liberace. It's about L Ron Hubbard. But when LRH originally passed, his body was transported from the ranch in Creston to the Rice mortuary, which is in the city of San Luis Obispo. But the actual cremation itself took place here at Lady Family. And that's why we're here. I also want to point out that there is no service taking place right now. I mean, there's obviously people here, but there's no funeral service. I know recently an auditor, whose name I won't mention, you know, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, audited a funeral service, and that's something that I would never do myself. I would never, you know, audit you know, I would never interrupt something like that. It's just not something I would ever do. But so there's no funeral service or anything like that taking place here. Just want to make that very clear. I believe this is where the crematory is, like, you know, the ovens where they put the deceased bodies in. Because see, we got that like chimney there. Kind of freaky. I mean, well, I guess maybe I shouldn't say freaky, but kind of. I used to think crematoriums were kind of scary because I remember seeing that James Bond movie, Diamonds Are Forever. Anybody remember that movie? Came out in 1971. Where, you know, the villains knock James Bond, played by Sean Connery, unconscious, and then they put him in a coffin and send him into the oven, you know, to burn him up. Yeah, that was kind of a spooky scene, so whenever I think of, you know, crematoriums, I think of that movie. They're just checking the mail, or maybe they're coming out to talk to me. I noticed a mail truck come in here earlier, drop off the mail. I think they're...
Good morning.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
How are you? Is there anything I can help you with?
No, I'm just doing a story about the mortuary.
Okay.
Yeah, do you, can I ask a quick question, or I don't want to take up too much of your time?
Yeah.
I was reading online, this is the crematory where L Ron Hubbard, the founder of Scientology, where he was cremated at. Do you know anything about that? Or?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Is there anyone here, like a manager or somebody that might know? Or?
Not at this time, but if you give us a call and maybe set up an appointment.
Okay, all right, well maybe I'll do that then.
All right.
Have a great day. All right, well that was pleasant. Yeah, I don't think she was pulling my tail. She probably didn't know. Well, like I said, folks, L Ron Hubbard passed away in 1986, and, you know, I don't know, maybe she wasn't even born yet. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this audit up. I've been here for a bit, and if you watched the whole darn thing, you saw what happened. That lady who works at the mortuary, she came out and, you know, she didn't even ask me what I was doing. She asked me if I needed any help, which I think is extremely professional. I hung around for a while after to see if she called the police, but no police have shown up. Nobody else has come out to bother me. So I'm going to give Lady Family Mortuary or Arroyo Valley Crematory, depending on what title you want to use, a pass. But as always, if you folks feel differently, please say so in your comments. NastyNathanial signing off. And until next time, may the audits or the LRH tech be with you. Thanks everyone for watching. I appreciate your support.